Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Stadium for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 AA Girls Soccer quarterfinal round between the number 4 seeded Coon Rapids Cardinals and the number 5 seed Anoka Tornadoes. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action in an absolutely gorgeous day for early October.
Yeah, this will be a fun contest. These two teams played early in the season with the Cardinals winning 3-1. All goals scored in the first. But, these teams have had an opportunity to grow as the season continues. It promises to be a good contest anytime Anoka and Coon Rapids competes.
Well, and both teams coming in hot, pair of wins to finish the regular season schedule for both teams. And Coon Rapids has won 3 of their last 4. So look at Anoka head coach Dragan Vucinic.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Vucinic earlier, and we were just talking about the first thing he said is we have to respect Coon Rapids. They went in and they beat Maple Grove, and that's a big win for anybody. And so they just have to play a good game and overcome a lot of injuries that they've been occurred lately. This summer, that next woman up in mentality. Head coach John Karen also talked about just keeping shape in the defense, things that they have to do to be successful. And this will be fun.
Yeah, they win over Maple Grove, a huge one. It cost the Crimson possibly a conference title, and it meant the difference possibly for the Cardinals between having this matchup here or over at the Pumpkin Bowl.
And it did cost Maple Grove the conference title, but to Champlin.
So look at Anoka's starters: Paneski, Huffman, Dallum, Hulsnitz, Douye are the midfielders and one forward. And an early goal for the Anoka Tornadoes. And they are on the board right away. Hulsnitz cashing in on the shot in close. Just 35 seconds into the contest.
Oh, you talk about a huge goal being on the road. And they did strike early and ball loose in front of the net, and they made the Cardinals pay. Because see it come just doing a good job of beating the defender and then getting past a great pass in the middle.
And Hulsnitz chips it past a charging Maddie Hedlund.
Yeah, not much she could do on that.
And Anoka on the board right away.
Well, we'll see how the Cardinals respond after being now down early here.
Well, Anoka right back in possession, trying to keep Coon Rapids in their own end. Right back into the Cardinals' end and just trying to set up shop. Hard to come back if you're pinned in your own end.
Well, one of Coach Karen's keys was controlling the middle, and they gave up a goal early by lack of control in the middle. So those are some things they're going to try and clear up early.
Pushing it to the other end quickly, Molly Terabeza providing the pressure against Maggie Hayes. Cleared to the far side. It was Rory Ritzenaya that originally broke things up and pushed it into the Anoka end. A lot of young talent on this offense for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, definitely a very young squad.
Throwing trapped and turned away by Paige Youngquist. Coon Rapids turns it right back into the middle, broken up by Paneski. Held in now by Maley. Long shot in, but it's handled.
We'll see the goal again.
Great job working it in by Paneski, and then just sends it back for a charging Hulsnitz. Gets into a soft part of the defense and puts it home.
Yeah, she did a nice job of just controlling the ball and just moving past that first defender.
Deep in cross, trapped by Headland, and she rolls it out the near side. Bailey Payne up the wing. Stopped up there by Walliger. And Anoka trying to regain possession. Walliger sends it into the middle. High loft to the far side. And Anoka able to push it in deeper. Cleared but not out. Header by Ritzenaya.
Well, Joe, so far early.
Terabeza working along the sidelines, trying to push it ahead to Kylie Scott. Turned out of bounds by Allison Hookham.
Anoka's early on here, just again controlling action down the Cardinal end. But the Cardinals, this is a good opportunity for them. They can see if they can work their offense. It's important for them to get their forwards involved.
Long run back to their own end. Anna Kepke will just push it out of bounds in front of Pineski. Not all the young talent is up front. Anna Kepke is sophomore. Has had a very nice season.
She has.
Coon Rapids able to swing it out, bounces away from Scott, able to come back and pick it up. And then get it back ahead for Peyton Taylor. Near midfield, Taylor for Terabeza. She's bumped by a couple of different Anoka players. Taylor continues to pressure along that far sideline, and there's Terabeza with a steal, pushing it in deep, and now cleared away again by Hookham.
Again, early on, Anoka doing a good job of keeping the ball wide. And we talked about coaches want to make sure they control that middle, keep that ball to the outside. Don't give up any good opportunities in the middle.
That one is not cleared at all. Kylie Scott is shot on goal. Not a lot on it. Pretty easy handle for Olivia Rowe, but Coon Rapids getting down there and getting possession and at least making the goaltender handle the ball.
Yeah, they want to make sure they work for it, quite obviously.
Push it in deep. Getting there is Corbin. She's upended and no call as it's turned around by Ava Johnston. Played out to midfield, but all white jerseys there, and Anoka quickly turns it back in. This pass, no one home. Bailey Payne, long ball behind the defender. Kylie Scott pressuring Hookham this time. Take her all the way to the corner. And Hookham just taps it out of bounds.
Well, both the mothers of those two young women were also played together for Anoka and were captains on the same high school team. Scott and Hookham.
This one cleared again past midfield, headed down by Pineski. They'll push it in deep. Kepke is there to retrieve. Head bounced away a bit from Taylor, and she can't get the angle to move it along. A throw in for Anoka on the far side. Ritzenaya breaks it free and puts it behind the defense again. And big part of the Cardinals' talent is their speed. You've seen Molly Terabeza challenging a lot of those balls behind the defense. You got Kylie Scott doing the same.
Again, the Cardinals down in the Anoka, and this is opportunities to see what they can do.
In the middle, poked away just before Terabeza could shoot. Allie Headland puts it back into the middle. Bouncing around, Anoka clears it a bit. Maley will chip that out, and it's headed for the highway.
Yeah, she tried to see if she could put a little spin on that and get a shot towards the goal. It didn't work out quite as she planned.
Hookham will handle the corner kick. Bounces hard away from Douye. Anoka sets up near side, and that pass out of bounds. Payne trying to get it into the middle for Maley. Maley settling back into the corner. Terabeza on the run. Not able to keep it in. It'll be another goal kick.
Yeah, just not ever get anything set up, just continuing to stay wide.
Naomi Griffith, first sub of the game for the Cardinals. Jet Boland's first sub for Anoka. Hookham settling, pressured by Kylie Scott into the corner, chips it out of bounds. Throw in for Coon Rapids. Headed by Hookham out the end line, and it'll be a corner kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a good chance now with an opportunity for a corner kick here from the Cardinals.
Alyssa Maley will handle it. Coon Rapids with 7 at the top of the box. Trying to feed it to Kepke in the middle. Comes right back to Maley. Serves it right back in, but that one spun wide out of bounds, and another goal kick.
Yeah, that time another good opportunity by the defense for Anoka to keep that ball out. You're going to see the corner kick opportunity coming inside. Just a nice job with a header out.
Anoka working it down the sideline. Pineski trying to chip behind the defense. Turned around by Kepke. Scott bumped by Yang. Controls to Taylor. Allie Headland down the sideline. Scott trying to get to it before it ends up out of bounds, but unable to do so.
10 minutes have gone by. An early goal by Anoka has them up 1-0, Joe. And you know, we talked about this is win or go home situation as we start the section playoffs.
Well, and the road will not lead back home.
Nope.
Unless Coon Rapids can win, or Anoka for that matter, and there's a huge upset in the 1 versus 8 game. Forest Lake is playing at Andover, the number 1 seed. And so next contest for the winner, most likely on Thursday at Andover.
The Cardinals really have yet to test Rowe in goal.
No, they've put balls in.
They put balls, but they've been relatively easy saves.
Shot from a ways out. Pretty simple save there.
Exactly.
For Headland, and that's okay. Nice to keep the goaltender.
Yeah, you want to keep her active if you can, but just not too active.
Keep them engaged, though.
Yeah.
Terabeza plays it back and booted along by Maley ahead. Bounces over Scott. Yang has it momentarily. Hookham will send it out of bounds and let her team regroup. Griffith throws in, bounces away from Terabeza. Good pressure there to get it back by Griffith. Anoka can't break free. Ritzenaya breaks things up, and a long shot spins wide for Jimenez. Another goal kick for Anoka.
Yeah, Carter's looking to get something going a little closer inside.
Hadley Dammer checking in for the first time for Anoka. Sierra Jordan Huffman to get a breather. Able to get it out to midfield. Paneski chips to that right corner and creates the foot race. It'll be won by Allie Headland. And got it to go out off of Dammer, so Coon Rapids throw it.
Now into the bench for the Cardinals, so 7, Jessica DeLong.
Jessica DeLong will check in, and Peyton Taylor to the bench for the Cardinals. Deep cross, and coming out to get it is Maddie Headland.
Well, Headland being aggressive, I like that she was, just in making sure that there wasn't going to be an extra opportunity. She came out from her goal, made sure she made the diving save.
Emma Hulsnitz in the middle turns back against Jimenez. Pushes it into the corner to create the foot race, and it's turned out of bounds by Maley. A lot of calls for a handball. Call won't come. Hulsnitz stays in control. Back to Paneski. She lost her footing. Cleared by Jimenez. Stopped up by Hayes. Kylie Scott will track it down on the far side.
There you see head coach John Karen. He said we really need to work those quick transitions out tonight. You know, offensively we just need to do that in order to put the ball in the net. So far, Anoka doing a good job of keeping the ball bottled up in their end. Hasn't given them a lot of opportunities, but they have been controlling it down there.
Headland can't clear. Ball spinning, controlled by Paneski. Waiting for support taps, and then played ahead and off the shin of Paige Youngquist. Out on the near side to the Cardinals. Hulsnitz let it get away from her a little bit. Paige Youngquist plays it into the corner and can't keep it in bounds.
Coach Vucinic making sure he's telling his squad and make sure that they be aggressive.
They've done a nice job of possessing the ball, passing, working as a unit to keep Coon Rapids bottled up most of the first half of this first half. Coon Rapids' success has come with speed and long through balls. Play it over the top, track it down. Good pressure once Anoka's, even when Anoka's defenders win the race, but just not as much possession time and completed passes for the home team.
But yeah, you touched on it though. They want to use their speed. They want to get their forwards involved, and they're going to try and continue to feed them if they can.
This one played out near midfield.
Guard's not able to control it down there and turn it over.
Kylie Scott plays it back for Allie Headland. Paneski coming to pressure. The pass along the sideline knocked away out of bounds by Hadley Dammer.
Well, the Cards starting to get a little more presence down in the Tornado end. Here's we
Good steal by Tara Beza, using her body well. Plays it to the corner, trying to get it to Griffith, but broken up last moment by Strominger. But it's out the end line and another Coon Rapids corner kick.
Well, again, every time you get this opportunity for a corner kick, it gives you such a good chance to get a goal.
Maley, strong line drive, goes all the way through. Griffith can't get the angle she wants or the power, and it ends up trickling out the end line for another goal kick. Fifth goal kick of the half for Anoka. So while they have done a better job of possessing and passing,
Yep.
and you know, possession time in the opposition's end is maybe a little bit in their favor, but not much, if at all. Coon Rapids is the one that's making things happen at the offensive end. The only thing they haven't made happen is a number to go up on the board.
And you know, and you can see they're picking up that level of play here as this half continues. You're starting to get them with a little more presence than Anoka is down in the Tornado end.
Anoka's goal came just 35 seconds into the contest. And really no great scoring opportunities for either team since. Coon Rapids has put some balls toward the net. They've put a couple of balls on net, but nothing that has really challenged the keeper row. Stopped up by Kepke, played back to the middle, headed away there by Hulsnitz. Dammer takes it back, gets it to Yang. Yang trying to get around the corner on DeLong and played it up the sideline, but eventually out of bounds to the Cardinals.
So the Tornadoes,
to the Tornadoes.
No. Oh, it looked like it did go off Anoka originally.
Returning to the field, number 5.
Paige Youngquist and Ella Kristoff into the game for the Cardinals, or the Tornadoes rather. That other team.
Elena, higher! Hey, higher! You gotta be in front of your center back. Cross!
Pressure deep in the corner, crosses in where Headland can just come out and cover it up.
Cross! Can we put that cross?
Yeah,
Good
again,
support from her defenders there as well.
yeah, just being aggressive and cutting the ball off.
Well, Anoka has done that several times, especially to that right corner, and
Yep.
then trying that cross in deep. But I can think of at least 3 or 4 times now in this first half that they have done that, but the cross in so close that Headland's just been able to cut it off and avert danger. And able to come out and get that one. Great defense. That's Tiana Kuhlman.
Yeah, she did a
Did
nice
a
job.
great job of shielding.
Yep.
Paneski keeping her away from the ball, giving her keeper a chance to scoop it up.
Yeah, and the best part is she wasn't making contact.
At least not
Not
bumping
much.
enough.
Not much anyways. Yeah.
Ava Johnson and Bailey Payne waiting their turn to come on to the field. Christina Olson also waiting for Anoka.
Number 2, Ava Johnson. Number 14, Penny. For Anoka. Number 14, Christina Olsen.
Throw in, spun right back out of bounds. Back as far as Kepke, she controls, gets it to Allie Headland. Her pass into the middle was broken up. Anoka trying to turn things around. Douye plays it back for Yang. Kylie Scott trying to turn against Yang. Send it for Tara Beza. Tara Beza well marked. Able to ride the Anoka player off, get the shot, but
Yeah.
called for the foul.
A little too much contact there. But and then she wanted to make sure she went for it, just in case she wasn't whistled. You can see her just a little push to the ground. Not too
See,
much.
I think that was more due to the feet getting tangled up.
I don't know. I thought I saw her arm kind of push forward towards her.
May have helped.
Just a bit, just
may
a
have
little.
assisted. Again, Anoka tacking into that right corner, and then the cross is only 10 feet out away from the goal line, and it's easy cutoff for the keeper. Payne battling with Strominger for it. Hulsnitz pushes it back into the Cardinal end. Headland will go over and scoop it up. Quickly move it along to her sister Allie. Played ahead, but Yang intercepts and turns around for the Tornadoes. Douye attacking into the corner, knocked out of bounds. Tornado throw it.
Substitutions coming in for Anoka. Number 22, Tatiana Davis. Number 25, Samantha Boss. For the Cardinals, number 1, Peyton Taylor return. And Berlin turns over to the Cardinal.
Well, see, it's 13:30 remaining in this opening half, and Joe, how important do you think it is that they try and get a goal here before, at least a goal before the end of the break?
It would be nice. I don't think it's
critical. It's certainly not.
no. You definitely don't want to give up another.
No.
But really, Anoka has been, well, again, they've had possession. They've got the ball in deep with numbers, but they have not really been able to put any goal shots on. They have 2 shots on goal on 2 shots attempted, so they've been cut off a lot, and that's going to be a foul that should give the Cardinals a good spot for a free kick here.
That was a hard fall. You can see, got
Emma
ankle to
Wallager
ankle.
getting tangled up with Tara Beza. Kepke will handle the kick. A 2-player wall. Kepke goes indirect, looking for a header, but it's an Anoka head that heads it away. Johnson.
That's a couple of times tonight where Coon Rapids have gotten the opportunity in the middle, and Anoka's come away with a nice header to clear.
Both teams rolling in subs pretty quickly here late in the first half. Anoka leading 1-0 on a first-minute goal.
Yeah, I mean, immediately scoring, which really gives them a lot of confidence here. And
Well, and for Coon Rapids, you lost a lot of 1-0 games this year. 4 times they lost 1-0. It's definitely not something they want to do in the playoffs, especially against a team they beat 3-1 early in the season.
Absolutely.
Ritz and I pressured. Plays it to the back line. Allie Hedlund plays it ahead. It's broken up there by Yang and turned around. Yang again pushing it into the Cardinal end. It'll trickle out of bounds as we tick ever closer to the 10 minutes remaining mark in this first half.
Yeah,
Quarterfinal of the 5AA section. Winner faces the winner of number 1 seed Andover and number 8 Forest Lake.
Yeah, in the last few minutes, really not a lot of offense, just kind of a little back and forth at this point in the game. As you mentioned, nobody wants to make a mistake, and certainly not the Cardinals are trailing 1-0. Hey, Coach John Karen knows it. Talked to him before the game. I said, "How you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm a little nervous." I said, "I understand. Excited, nervous."
Cardinal throwing.
Hulsnitz heads it right back out. Throwing off at Terabeza and right back out.
Yeah, the play level slowed down just a little bit.
Kristoff leaves it back for Jordan Huffman. Played across, broken up by Taylor. Far side, Hadley Dammer can't get there. It's out of bounds, throw in Cardinals. And yeah, a lot of midfield play, a lot of stuff along the edges. But I would not be surprised if both teams try to make a push here late in the half.
Cardinals certainly would like to get on the board, get some kind of equalizer here before the break. That ball was out.
Yeah, it's going to be a goal.
Should be a goal kick, yeah.
Goal kick. Or was there? Oh, I think it was offside. Hulsnitz looking for some room, feeds it back to that corner. Now a cross that's out front.
A good play defensively to knock that away.
As Macy Lodato that came out, made the play. This shot is just over the cage, out of bounds. A goal kick for the Cardinals.
See it again, trying to set something, just trying to loft that one up and over. well over the top of the goal.
Oh, giving it right back to her, and that shot right into the midsection of Headland, fortunately, but a gift served up on a silver platter for Paige Youngquist from a good scoring spot, but puts it right into the goalkeeper.
Well, as you talked about, if you're Coon Rapids, you definitely do not want to give up another goal in this situation.
Well, you just can't turn it over right there.
No, you can't.
To an unmarked player in the middle.
Yeah, and you were right. Fortunately, it was just a shot right into the midsection of Headland.
Dodged a bit of a bullet.
Yep.
Kepke's penalty kick hits an Anoka head, bounces around, and cleared away by Jordan Huffman.
And the Anoka defense has been doing that when Coon Rapids has those opportunities, clearing it away quickly and getting it out of harm's way.
Maley trying to send it ahead for Tara Bezos, broken up, a tangle and a whistle.
We'll see here is it trying to get some loft under that one, see if somebody can get a head on it.
Under 5 remaining in the first half. Anoka a 1-0 lead on the goal by Emma Hulsnitz in the first minute.
Yeah, and that's where we've been standing.
People hadn't even had a chance to get their popcorn or peanuts.
Wait, there's popcorn and peanuts? Having the good old days when they used to bring us food.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge,
Yeah.
wink, wink. We're here a lot.
Yes, we are.
And we always accept free food.
Oh.
So I'm played in a little too far behind the defense, and easy scoop up for Rowe, but that's the Cardinals turned the field earlier in this half by doing that a lot of long through balls, keeping the pressure on the defense. They've got a couple of speedsters up front, just create races and
as you talked about, both teams freely substituting. So we're winding down here in this first half.
And a goal in its last 2.5 minutes would really change this contest.
Either way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Either it's completely even or the Anoka lead is healthy going to the half.
Well, especially with neither team really generating a lot of offense or a lot of opportunities.
Kylie Scott gets in there, gets a steal. Back for Tara Beza, trying to cut back across. Hookham fell down on it. Here's Scott with a shot. Not a lot on it. Pretty easy save for Rowe.
Yeah, good chance. Scott knows she had a good opportunity. See it again, just good job. His defender falls down. Nice job getting the pass over to Scott. Just didn't get a lot on it.
Well, and a couple of Anoka defenders there to challenge, so it's not as if she fanned on a shot.
No, she certainly didn't.
But yeah, if she gets that opportunity again, she'd like to convert. One cleared back to the sideline, but a race there. Terabeza trying to get around the corner and get the cross out. It's blocked up. And this one is cleared out of bounds by Hayes.
Well, Terabeza does a nice job in that corner, getting that opportunity to get
played
the ball
to the middle. Kylie Scott running on the shot, though, by Taylor, misses wide. 7th goal kick of the opening half for Anoka. Just one for Coon Rapids. Unofficially, shots attempted 9 in the first half for Coon Rapids and only 4 for Anoka. But the most important stat, of course, is that first-minute goal for the Tornadoes has them up 1-0.
And I think that's the way it's going to end at the half, at 1-0.
I would assume so, as it's at midfield. And the buzzer is sounding. So Anoka comes out, gets on the board right away, holds on to the lead, and gets to the locker room up 1-0. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 7 AA quarterfinal. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Back at the Cardinal Stadium, Anoka leading Coon Rapids 1-0 at half of this section quarterfinal. We're joined now by Cardinals head coach John Caron. And coach, tough to give up a goal right away 35 seconds in.
Yeah, it was disappointing to say the least, but we battled back. It was unfortunate what happened. We had some miscommunication on the defensive side, and those things happen with the game, and we battled back in the end, and that's what you want to see, is that we didn't give up at all, and we kept moving forward.
I thought you started out a little bit slow, but I think by midway through that first half, I thought you guys did the better job of controlling the play down in their end. What do you talk to your girls about in terms of what they need to do to carry on in the second half?
Really, we just need to keep it back in their end, and let's just get the ball in the back of the net. We've got some opportunities here, and as long as we stay relaxed and calm and poised, we'll have some fun out there and we'll be successful. It's just we got to relax.
Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck
Thank you.
In the second half. We'll take another break, be back with more from the Cardinal Stadium after this. You're watching Girls Soccer Playoffs on CTN. Back to it, Holland comes in and two-handed jab. Back at the Coon Rapids Sports Complex, Anoka leading the Cardinals 1-0 at the half. They got on the board as quickly as you could. Elise Pineski working it in deep, a little back pass for Hulsnitz, touches it, and second touch goes to the back of the net. Just 35 seconds into the contest, the underdog Tornadoes have a 1-0 lead. Coon Rapids got a fair amount of time in the offensive end. That shot didn't count as it was called a foul, but they've had the ball at the Anoka end more, especially the last half of the first half.
Well, and Coach Karen talked about, as you see the numbers there, 9 shots attempted by the Cardinals, 4 on goal, 4 for Anoka, 3 on goal. So, I mean, this is an opportunity for Coon Rapids now. They want to try and start quickly here in the second half as again, continue, as Coach Karen said, continue to pressure down in the Anoka end. Can see what we can do about creating opportunities for ourselves, keep that ball inside, and hopefully good things happen.
Still 40 minutes of soccer left to be played. Can the Cardinals come back and avoid a first-round exit? Who will move on to Andover on Thursday? We'll find out when the Section 7 AA girls soccer playoffs continue on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Red is here, no surprise to anyone. A playoff game at Cardinal Stadium. Beautiful day for early October.
He'll be back. He'll go across the street and go to volleyball after this too. You know that.
Most likely. But certainly, if a Coon Rapids team is hosting a playoff game,
Red's there.
Red's going to be in the house.
Yep.
So can the Cardinals answer? They've got 40 minutes to make it happen.
Just make sure you don't give up anything early in the first minute.
Tornadoes will have first touch to start the second half. They have the 1-0 lead. Scoring at the very beginning of the contest. Coon Rapids brings pressure right away. Tara Beza pushes it ahead to Scott. Back to Tara Beza. Behind the defense, Scott rushing in. But Rowe able to get there first. And knocked to the ground by Kylie Scott. It brings a roar from the Anoka crowd.
Yeah, I'm not sure she could
And
stop.
She gets
talked to by our official. And she nods, yeah, I won't do it again. You see it here. She's charging hard. And again, it's tough for her to hold up. She did try and pull up.
And timing was bad. Rowe was standing up.
Right. No, it just is.
Right into her.
It wasn't purposeful.
Maybe a little. Kylie's a competitor.
She is.
She's a hockey player.
Yeah, I understand, but they frown on that in the sport. A little
they
too much
do,
contact.
but sometimes
you can get away with a little bit more.
Pineski slowed, but able to get around Allie Headland into the corner, and chops it behind the net. Cardinals only 1 goal kick to 7 for Anoka in that first half. Tells you where the ball was a good amount of the time. Kepke trying to keep it away from Hulsnitz. Ball comes right back to her, though. Hulsnitz taps it back. And now Yang with it. Back for Hulsnitz. Skips off her left foot. And then moved along by the Cardinals to the other end. Hookham gets there first. Kylie Scott coming pressuring. The clear is not out of danger as Payne gets there first. Ritzenaya had a jab at it, and now Jimenez gets it back for Payne. Trying to get it into the middle, headed away by the Anoka defense. Ritzenaya touch it down and lose the handle out of bounds right in front of the Cardinal bench.
Cardinals trying to set up something offensive. A lot of white jerseys there around the ball.
Koepke pushes it back ahead for Ritzenaya. She gets turned and fires it along to create that foot race. Terabeza pressuring. Rowe will scoop it up and roll it back out. Terabeza tripped up, no foul. A groan from the other side of the stadium. Menez pushes that one out right in front of the Anoka bench.
Yeah, Anoka knows how important it is to score the second goal for them. And they're going to try and be aggressive, I think, early on. If they can clear space for themselves.
Maley boots it up the far sidelines. It rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Tornadoes. Payne boots it back the other way up outside her boxes. Rowe. And a little miscommunication, almost left that ball alone, and now Rowe way out, but gets the pass over to Yang across the field and settle things down a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous. A little miscommunication. She had to
You
come
typically
way
don't
out.
want typically don't want your goalkeeper handling the ball 40 yards out of her net.
You don't want her that far out. That's never a good thing.
It worked out and okay,
It did.
but yeah, there was a moment there where both her and the defender started to back away from the ball, almost left it waiting for Molly Terabeza. Foul called as Terabeza was tied up there with Maggie Hayes. I don't think Hayes agrees. But this one from a long, long way out, not real danger, almost near midfield. Booted to the corner. Bailey Payne one touch. Up over the net, though. Good set play for the Cardinals, and well executed. Perfectly placed by Koepke and Bailey Payne. Got there, just not able to get
she got
the
underneath it a little
angle
bit.
she wanted.
Yeah. And she knew it as soon as she struck the ball.
That's not going too far. Emma, check. Can we win it? Good.
That's a little too far.
Back up. Haley, then we win the ball. We win the ball, girls. Now, Emma, go.
Payne can't get there in time to keep it in bounds.
She made a pretty good effort at it.
And Payne, another sophomore,
Go, please.
just loaded with that junior and especially sophomore class, and then you add the freshman Kylie Scott in. That's a lot that will be coming back for this team next year. The big question mark is in the goal,
Right.
with Hedlund being one of the few seniors on the roster.
Well, they'll make sure they develop somebody at the lower levels.
Ava Johnston, Alyssa Maley, Jessica DeLong, Natalie Whitney, Naomi Griffith, and McKenna Moe, the other seniors. Scott plays it back to Maley, trying to get it back to her. It was disrupted. Ends up out.
Okay, substituting some players.
Well, they don't mind seeing Pineski headed to the bench to the Cardinals.
Christina Olsen coming in for the Tornadoes.
Pineski has been a very strong
She has.
attacker for the Tornadoes so far this afternoon. Had the assist on the Hulsnitz goal in the opening minute. Tornadoes with the steal, trying to make something happen. To the near side for Strominger, try to go back. Ends up out the end line, and a goal kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they were mounting an attack, and they just again couldn't get the proper shot off.
Well, I just was it a shot attempt that was blocked?
I think it might have been blocked. Yeah.
I
Take a
glanced
look at it.
away. Ritzenaya clears herself some space. Plays it near side for Ava Johnston. Allie Hedlund, who plays it ahead. Here's McKenna Moe with a left footer that sails wide and out of bounds. Goal kick, Cardinals.
Yeah, Rowe watched that one go by and made sure they got the goal kick.
Hey, Jocelyn, number 39, you got a mark. Mark 39. Good.
Jimenez trying to settle, looking for some support. Hedlund pushes it right down the middle. Rowe comes out and scoops it up.
Yeah, I like aggressive goaltenders. I mean, she came out quickly to make sure she cut that ball off.
Well, and I'm sure Coach Vucinic was talking about how the Cardinals' strategy that worked for him to really get set up in the offensive zone was to play it over the top
Yep.
and run it down, create
Yep.
foot races. And one way to combat that is to have your goaltender be very aggressive.
Good, Lauren.
Overstepped, and taking it is Olsen. Into the middle, Youngquist, and Olsen got tangled up. David Johnston in there to help, and then a shot that just spins wide for Haley Douye.
Oh yeah,
Out of bounds and a goal kick.
Douye was actually having a little opening right in the front of the net, and it closed relatively quickly. But again, she's going to get a chance. Pushes that one wide.
Again, push to the corner where Rowe can come out and scoop it up.
Well, Cardinals just trying to keep it settled in the tornado end.
Well, Anoka's dropping 9
But,
back defensively as they should.
is smart.
They're up 1-0.
Yep. You got to
Coon
protect your
Rapids
lead.
has spent some time in their end. Bring back some numbers, break things up, weather the storm. They've got 4 playing across their back line at almost all times.
Cards called it for an infraction. The Anoka fans like it. They like the call.
Koepke disagrees, and I'm not kind of agree with her. It didn't look like
Too much.
anytime a body hits the turf does not mean it's an infraction. But this one from right on the midfield stripe, really no danger. And it'll bounce its way into Headland where she can punt it away. Hookham slides it out of bounds in front of the pressure of McKenna Moe.
Cardinals are going to get something set up here. Still plenty of time remaining. Just trailing by 1.
Anoka playing it down the far side. Koepke gets there, but lets it be tapped out of bounds by Olsen, so it's Coon Rapids throw it.
And the Tornado's just happy pushing it downfield.
Hey, down the rink.
Yeah, just
Whatever.
trying to take time off the clock. Nursing a very slim lead at 1-0.
But they've done a better job in this second half of really keeping Coon Rapids from getting to their end. And again, we talk about it. They have, common to see a 3-player back line, but as soon as Coon Rapids in possession, they bring back a 4th and they play 4 strong along the back line. Means Coon Rapids is always going to be going into against numbers. Here's Knobloch, or Terabeza rather, trying to get around Yang. Yang's clear to Strominger. Strominger had it taken away there by Jessica DeLong. Cardinals play it back into the middle, headed away. Johnston can't get to it. Scooped up by Douillet. Douillet will push it down the right side. Foot race, but out to scoop it up is Headland. And she'll swing it away to Maley on the far side.
Well, Headland, too, knows she needs to be aggressive in goal as well and make sure she comes out and cuts that out. Doesn't give Anoka any opportunities down in close.
Douillet from a long way out, and Headland will smother that one easily.
So, again, just a nice job creating space, but there's a long way out.
Ritzenai in the middle, pressured by Kristoff, plays it back to Maley. Maley with a little bit of room will move it across the midfield stripe. Trying to chop it ahead for Peyton Taylor, but skipped it out of bounds. Approaching midway through this second half.
Well, there's going to come a point where the Cardinals are going to have to become a little more aggressive, even more aggressive. They turn it over there.
Johnston to Taylor. And now Rory Ritzenaya. Into the corner, Terabeza racing against Yang. Yang able to hold her off and chip it out of bounds and force the throw in.
Again, doing the good job the defenders of keeping the Cardinals wide when they do get the opportunity to get into the Anoka side.
Macy Lodato will check in for the Cardinals. And she and Abby Maley almost took each other out. Alyssa Maley, sorry. Natalie Whitney.
Ref gave himself a yellow card.
What?
Now, the ball hit the official, but I'm not sure why he blew the whistle. And the clock continues to run.
And then it becomes a face-off when it was a
Well,
clear.
that's weird.
It
went off
all
the-
the
it
years,
went off the
obviously,
official.
we're not at all experts when it comes to soccer, but
It's a face-off. Drop the...
I've never seen anything like this,
No.
and I'm not sure. That was unfair, so they bring him back in. All right, well, yeah, all right. Okay.
There we go. We're back under control.
I'm confused. Jeff DeJoy, where are you when we need you? He's probably watching, and maybe he will send us a text.
I'm sure he is. We're not live, though.
We're not live, though.
So,
Good call.
So, yeah, we're not live. He can't be. He'll
He
be
can
watching
still
later.
text us. We're going to text at 2 in the
You know,
morning.
he should know what we're thinking.
This one chipped in, and Headland comes out to scoop it up. Ritzenaya ahead for Terabeza, too much out of bounds, and right to head coach John Karen.
We are now under the 20-minute mark left in this contest. 1-0 lead Anoka. A slim lead at that.
Cardinals trying to set up, but lose it out of bounds again. But yeah, you talk about being more aggressive, taking a few more chances as you get deeper into this contest and still looking up and seeing the goose egg on the board. And we've talked about it all year. I mean, this is a program that took some big strides this year.
They did.
Definitely a lot more positives to take away from this year than they had last. But the one thing that could have made it from a good season to a great season is turning those one-goal games around.
And you talked about they're young.
Incredibly
they
young.
take these experiences and hopefully they'll learn from them and continue to grow. Because
this is a group I think they in a couple of years could be legit contenders. Shot on goal, easily handled again by Headland. And I do like the way they play. I mean, it's definitely a far more aggressive offense than what we saw the last couple of years with Karl-Heinz Worley. And probably more aggressive than what we saw most of the years with
DJ.
Jeff DeJoy.
Yeah. He was more a defensive coach.
A lot of it has to do with the players that they have on the field, certainly.
Correct.
And this young group is they're fast.
They're talented.
They all play the body very well. A lot of hockey players. No coincidence. And so they're able to pressure really well on that front end, and it's fun soccer to watch when it's working. Hadley Dammer working it down the sideline, but really had to wait a long time for help to come because she was the lone forward on the Coon Rapids half.
Yep.
So that's hard to add to your lead when you have 6 to 7 to 8 that are so committed to defense. Pineski trying to work around and play back out front. A shot and a goal.
Oh, that's huge. They called offsides.
And they called it offside? I'm not sure. I don't know how they have offside when she was dang near on the goal line when she passed it back.
Yeah. Interesting call. Fortunately for the Cardinals, they blew that one off.
Now wait a minute. If
look.
She's behind all of the defenders,
right,
plays it back to where the ball is struck.
Is that considered offside?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I mean, because she's
Let's
the one.
See it again. We'll see it right here.
Clearly,
I mean, it was a beautiful pass out front. I don't know.
But because she was now behind all defenders when the ball was played back, I mean, the player who sets it up can be offside.
I don't get that.
All right, Jeff DeJoy, you're ringing again.
No, you're up. You got to save us.
2 unusual calls, pretty much back to back, and after all that, it's still a 1-0 Anoka lead.
It's crazy. And that would have been huge for the Tornadoes.
Oh, giant.
Yeah.
Giant with how well they are playing defensively, and granted, as we've talked about, they're committing a lot of resources to the defensive end to make sure that one goal is going to hold, but at the same time, they'd like to add to it and be able to breathe a little bit easier.
They would.
And as we've talked about, Coon Rapids, as the time continues to tick away, has got to start thinking more aggressive and take a few chances. Ava Johnston waits for it, turns it around. Stopped up there by Douillet and played ahead for Pineski. Pineski will run back down to the corner and cross. Hedlund comes out and gets on top of it as Hadley Dammer crashes over her back.
Yeah, again, Hedlund had to be aggressive that time in that situation. She had to make sure she came to cover up that ball. You're going to see as Anoka comes charging in, trying to get that opportunity.
It's not quite desperation time, but
no, not yet.
Cardinals would not like it to get to desperation time. Wilsnitz clears it out the far side.
Oh, this is what the Cardinals want to do. Obviously, they want to pressure down inside.
Kepke steps up, will push it back in. Yang trying to clear into the middle. Settled by Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya moves it for Ladado. Into the middle, headed away. Now cleared by Pineski. Hedlund can't quite keep it in along the sideline. Race for Douye down the sideline. Broken up by Ava Johnston.
Anoka trying to be aggressive, and they get a through ball, but not able to connect.
Lucy Wynn into the game for the first time for the Cardinals. This one played to the backside and very close as Pineski was charging, and Hedlund got there just in front of her.
Yeah, just in front of her. Pineski was so close she had to avoid making contact with her.
Hedlund gets it to Bailey Payne. Into the middle, trying to get it to Wynn. And that's why John Caron didn't play football.
Yeah. That's why he played soccer. He didn't have to use his
you
hands.
don't develop your hands very much.
No, not when you're playing soccer.
Unless you're the keeper, in which
Right.
case you hope you do.
Yep.
Mealy taps it to Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya with a little bit of room. Pushes it to the corner. Bailey Payne in deep. Trying to get it across, but didn't have much on it. Cleared Allie Hedlund. Spins it back into the middle over the head of Terabeza. Terabeza able to battle, come away with it, and clear it to the far side where Taylor was attacking. Gets away from her. Stopped up by Mealy. Trying to get it to Payne. Pineski with the takeaway. Into the middle for Hulsnitz. She's challenged by Ritzenaya. Able to shake her off and get some space along the wing. Trying to get around Hedlund. And now cuts back. Anoka fans not happy with the call.
Let's see. We'll see it again.
Mealy into the middle. And Yang turns her right back around, and now Hedlund with the boot. Payne sweeps it ahead for Terabeza. Terabeza had it poked away by Hayes. And it's corner kick, Cardinals.
Here comes a great opportunity for Coon Rapids if they can make something happen with the corner kick. And they'll have a set play ready to go here.
Going for the back post. Tried to get Peyton Taylor charging in, but unable to make contact. And Tornadoes touched it. They'll have a corner kick from the other side.
Another good opportunity for Coon Rapids.
They go short post. Oh, that one just spun off the foot the wrong way for Terabeza. And it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, a couple of good chances here in this last minute for the Cardinals, but
exactly where
perfect
you wanted
where you
it,
want it.
where
Perfectly
exactly
passed,
who
placed.
you wanted
Yep.
there, just a little half step ahead of where she was able to get to it. Or she was a half step behind. One of the two. Either way, it did not quite click. Payne into the middle, Wynn can't control. Spun away by the Anoka defense. And I mean, definitely a benefit for the Cardinals if they're able to just keep pushing it deep and keeping him
Yes, absolutely.
bottled up, trying to get Kylie Scott in on a sub.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do so. So we're under 7 minutes remaining.
Ritsanaya's shot blocked up and sent away by Hayes. Maley keeps it in the Anoka half. Now Allie Hedlund trying to get it to the corner. Yang stops that with the header. Into the middle, skips off of Hookham. Hookham trying to clear right to Taylor. Taylor just couldn't get anything on it. Got just too far away from her and sends it out the end line, and a goal kick coming up.
Yeah, again, good pressure from the Cardinals here. They obviously want to continue to keep it that way. And Anoka just trying to clear it and get it out, get something down there at the other end.
Oh, and here's going to be a great chance. This one in close, just outside the box. We'll see what they're able to do with this. Anna Kepke will attempt the kick. Cardinals scattered throughout the box. Four-player wall. Kepke chips right at the net, and a diving save by the keeper, Olivia Rowe.
Yeah, Olivia Rowe comes up with a nice save, just making sure she dove to her right to bring that ball in.
Under 5 minutes remaining, Anoka a 1-0 lead on a goal in the opening minute of play. Coon Rapids last several minutes has been able to sustain a little bit better pressure and
Well, they have to.
Keep the Tornadoes bottled up a bit. Taylor trying to keep that one in and does. But right there with her is Hookham to get the steal back. Cleared away by Hayes. Kepke steps up, gets the steal, forces it ahead for Tara Beza, trying to get through a couple of defenders.
Oh, that was
Tornadoes
dangerous.
come up with it. There's a left-footed shot by Scott, but it goes wide.
Oh, and the Tornadoes unable to clear it. It was a great opportunity for Coon Rapids. They couldn't capitalize on.
Foul this time will go against Coon Rapids and give Anoka a chance to clear it a bit further away from the danger zone.
Oh, now we're being under 4 minutes. Now's the time the Cardinals have to.
Now it is desperation
They have to.
time.
Yeah, they have to be concerned at this point.
Lodato into the middle for Maley. Maley trying to turn upfield on the right side. Pushes it into the corner. They've got Kepke up on the attack, so It does show you they're feeling it a little bit more.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be another corner kick here.
Trying to use some speed. No, it's going to be a throw-in.
I thought I saw him point to the corner, but he didn't. I was seeing things. Now it'll be a corner kick. How about that?
You were just planning for one.
A soothsayer.
A soothsayer.
You might say.
Yeah, one might say.
This one swung out into the crowd. I think it was Koepke got a first head on it, still bouncing around up top. Terabeza tries to shoot. Her leg was blocked, and then it goes off the side of the net, and a goal kick upcoming.
That was a tough one there.
Oh, they're going to rule it a corner kick. They're going to say that the Cardinal or the Tornadoes got a piece of it.
Oh, I think Rowe may have gotten a piece of it.
This one to the back post, headed away, put right back in by Lodato. Taylor can't get ahead on it. Scott trying to settle. She's pressured by a couple of Tornadoes and sent out the far sideline. Approaching 2 minutes remaining. Coon Rapids throw in, headed away and booted right back out.
Well, they'll continue to do
by
that.
Hayes. Wow, nice play right there. Scott was trying to play it out off of her to get another corner kick and able to get control and send it out the sideline instead. Bouncing around in there, Cardinals put it back in. Terabeza rather is bumped. Not enough on that pass. Lodato able to play it back for Peyton Taylor.
Yeah, they could have put that down in the Cardinal end. They could have taken valuable time off the clock.
Scott playing it back. Here's Bailey Payne trying to get it back to her in the corner. Taylor will track it down and can keep it in, a throw in.
Under a minute.
Under a minute remaining. And now another corner. Tornadoes able to head it away. Bailey Payne trying to regain control. Pineski able to clear it back out near midfield.
Oh, that's big.
And it's not going out of bounds. Running onto it is Olsen, able to get around the corner on Johnston. And battling just down in the corner. Trying to play it back into the middle. And now getting it back. And the Tornadoes just need to eat up the clock at this point. Down to 12 seconds and 10. Shot will come in on Hedlund, and she'll hold on to it quickly, booted away. But the Cardinal season is going to come to an end. Anoka with the minor upset, scoring less than a minute in and holding on for the 1-0 win.
Yeah, that again, that's crazy. You get that really early goal. You give up a softwood in front of the net and not able to come back on the defensive part of your game. And then all game long, just challenging, not getting the opportunities you need. And unfortunately, Coon Rapids season comes to an end, and a pretty good season at that.
It was, but the offense is definitely of concern. They do have a lot of young talent, so hoping that it will grow and develop. But I think shut out 8 times this season. This is the 5th time that they've lost a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
So playing pretty staunch defensively, but I think it was 5 games now that they've lost 1-0. I think they have 8 or 9 shutouts against in total. And Coon Rapids,
they had chances
in the second half trying to make things happen, and just credit Anoka. They definitely came out in the second half with a defensive mindset, brought a lot of bodies back. That goal might have just completely sealed the deal, but called for an offsides. Hadley Dammer doesn't understand. But the Tornadoes able to make that early goal stick, and they will live on for the semifinals on Tuesday, most likely on the road in Andover.
Yes, and that and again, so Coon Rapids season comes to an abrupt end, and you'll see there they play actually Thursday against the winner of Andover Forest,
what I
like
meant
most
to say.
likely Andover.
What I meant to say.
I know, I knew that.
There you see Andover, the number 1 seed, Centennial number 2, Blaine number 3. And Blaine hosting Duluth East, who made the long trip south. But Cardinals made progress this season, got themselves
They
a
did.
home game, a number 4 seed for the section. Unfortunately, it ends with a 1-0 loss. And Anoka will move on. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports Game. The final score, Anoka 1, Coon Rapids 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continue to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.